Mic check. What's going on, world? You already know it's your boy SB, and I'd like to welcome y'all back to the first episode of Season 5 of the Roll Up Podcast. As always, before we go anywhere, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all continuous support. It really means a lot to me. You know, today is the first day of the new year, and the fact that you're spending the first day of the year with the Roll Up Podcast lets me know that you're ready to take over the game this year. I'm super excited to make this year the best year of my life. I'm excited for you to make this the best year of your life. And I'm excited. I'm ready to cheer you on. I'm excited and ready to see you accomplish all the things that you set out to accomplish. But before we get into today's conversation, I would like to extend the invitation, if you haven't done so already, to like, comment, and subscribe to the campaign. You can also follow me on Instagram and Threads at The Roll Up Podcast. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really been active like that on Threads because I've been, trying to get ready for this season. But I got everything squared away, so I'm gonna be more consistent on that aspect. So make sure you follow me on social media to get some more daily motivation. Also, be sure to check out the SauceBradyExperience.com. That's the official hub of the Roll Up Podcast. I got a lot of great things lined up for this season, and I don't want you to miss a beat. One way to stay current with what I got going on is to check out the website. You can also grab some of your Season 5 merch collection, which is available right now. It's available right now. I got some of the hardest podcast merch on the planet. And as a homie hookup, from me to you, you can use code TRUPOD, that's TRUPOD, to receive 30% off your merch. People going to stop you and say, hey, bro, where you get that from? Hey, fam, where you get that from? Put them on game because, like I said, this podcast is for everybody that's trying to do something with their life. And I know the last couple of years have been rough, but this year we're going to take over. And if you look good, you play good. So grab you some merch, put that shit on you, and then go on and handle business. I got 2 books available right now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. One is titled Here's the Truth. The second book is titled You Deserve Better. Both are great reads, and as you set out to achieve greatness, they should be a great starting point if today is day 1. They're also very relatable if you're on day 421, because they'll give you the strength that you need to keep going. I'll also be starting Gaming with Sauce streaming channel, where I'll be playing some of my favorite video games, and we'll be able to do a Q&A, so y'all will be able to get to know me a little bit better. I'm excited to embark on this live stream journey, so y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for what's going on that end. So now that we got that out of the way, let's dive into today's conversation. As I mentioned at the top of the episode, this podcast is intended for those who are tired of throwing a pity party and ready to take back control over their life. This is for those who fell victim to the voice in their head and are ready to silence their inner critic and begin to live instead of existing. Last season, we talked a lot about facing adversity. This year, the main focus is making it personal. When I say making it personal, we are converting all the negative energy into renewable energy to help us make our dreams a reality. We are playing the game of life with a chip on our shoulders, not to prove anybody else wrong, but to prove to ourselves that we are capable of much more than we realize. And this step can only be achieved through commitment. As always, I want to kick the conversation off with a quote, and this episode's quote is by Warren Buffett, and it reads, "Focus alone is not enough. Putting in the time to commit is also crucial to achieve success." And that, as we set out to change the trajectory of our life, it is imperative that we commit to ourselves and we commit to our process. By committing to our progress, we are taking control over our life with the understanding that it is our job to see the ends meet. A lot of times, we depend on the validation of other people to dictate how much energy we put into a task. But as we kick off the new year, we are replacing the need of external validation for internal validation. In 2024, we're making it personal. We're using all the adversities that were sent to break us and turn them into stories of triumph over our tribulation. We are reclaiming the seat on the throne by spending more energy on our goals than on our shortcomings. The time is now that we take our lives seriously and we strive to break through the matrix. New Year's resolutions are cool. And all but the one reason why majority of them don't last longer than the first 2 months of the year is due to procrastination, lack of focus, and lack of commitment. As the quote from Warren Buffett illustrated, we have to become the total package. When we are not only focused on the mission at hand, but committed to the process. Without commitment, the thought of taking steps to achieve our goals will create an illusion that the goal is farther than it is. I said recently on social media that, and we also going to dive into this in a couple of episodes, is that when you see with your eyes, you get deceived because you think your goal is farther away than what it is. But if you can see with your mind, you understand that your mind's vision is infinite. It can see the impossible. And as long as you can believe in the impossible, you're going to get to where you got to go. And starting today, we are ensuring that our success is guaranteed. Last year, one of my goals was to produce 3 episodes a week and record 30 episodes. This year, my goal is to stick to that same routine, but put out over 80 episodes. And in October of last year, when I stopped working on season 4, I immediately started working on season 5. And by November, I had everything prepared. I had the titles picked. I made the graphics for each episode. And, I really took some time and some thought in the way to blend all of the episodes together. And, the point I'm making is when it comes to the life that we want to live, when you are committed to the process, you begin to prepare yourself in advance. By taking time to prepare myself for the upcoming season and get all my notes, promotional ideas on paper, send countless emails, and set up all my profiles as active, so all I have to do is upload, you should take that same approach. You may not, want to start your own podcast. You may not want to, start your own business, but you are trying to become a better person. You got to be prepared in order to get to where you got to go. When you show commitment to the process, you're allowing yourself the space to get connected to your creative source and free up time to allocate to the side missions that are equally important to the main mission. Many people won't see the goal or the unseen hours behind the scenes, but they will see the results. The person you want to be is real. You just have to make the change necessary to see that vision comes to life. This year, like I said earlier, we're taking it personal. We're going to prove to ourselves that we deserve to live the life we want to live. And in my last book, You Deserve Better, I reminded myself and to everybody that read the book that it's time to believe that we are worthy of all that we aim to achieve. Without this concrete belief, we will continue to wander aimlessly. And the time for that has came and gone. It's time to get down with the get down. Consistency is the name of the game. And if we're going to exceed our expectations this year, it's going to boil down to how focused we are and how committed we are. When I say it's personal, I think back to the University of Colorado in their first season under Coach Prime. All preseason long, all season long, the message has been, it's personal. The message has been about the power of belief and asking his team, do they really believe in the goals that they set out to achieve? Although it was a rough season for them, I definitely believe that next year is going to be the game-changer year for them. And, just wanted to ask you the same question. Do you really believe in yourself? Do you really believe that your goals are attainable? You want to win, but are you willing to do what it takes to secure the bag? Without that core belief of yourself, belief in your abilities, and showing commitment to those beliefs by showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, it's going to spill over into your success. As we set on the journey to embrace 2024 and all the blessings that are in store for us, we must commit to ourselves and our journey. One lesson that I've learned is that we need to release the idea of committing to people, and we need to commit to ourselves. When we get in alignment with our goals and who we really are and who we want to become, our actions will follow suit. Playtime is over. Self-doubt time is over. Debbie Downer is gone. It's time we step into our purpose by handling our business every single day. I'm proclaiming right now that this year will give us everything that we need and everything that we want. This year is going to prove that hard work doesn't go unnoticed. It's going to prove that we are who we say we are, and we are going to exceed our expectations. Most importantly, we will prove to ourselves that we are worthy of achieving our dreams. Until that phone call, that email, that dotted line is signed, is personal. Think about all the situations that were set up for you to fail, and look at you now, winning and shit. We're no longer concerned with who supports us and who doesn't. They see you working, but not giving you your flowers. Make it personal. Don't cave into the illusion that life is supposed to be different, because if it was, it would be. But since it's not, don't worry about it. What we should be worrying about is setting daily goals to achieve and making sure we do what we say we're going to do to achieve them. This year, excuse me, isn't going to be a sad story. It's going to be a story of resilience, perseverance, dedication, tenacious work ethic, unwavering belief in ourselves, and our unshakable confidence in our abilities. In 2024, I am proclaiming that this will be the first of many years of abundance, prosperity, self-growth, healing, and exceeding expectations. Make it personal. Don't let negative emotions knock you off course. Let go of what was and accept what is. If we are going to be successful, it starts by taking it personal. Success is the best revenge, and in 2024, let's make sure we are more successful than we've ever been. But before we close out today's episodes, here are 5 ways to make it personal. The first step is don't take it personal. Now I know what you're thinking. How do I make it personal without taking it personal? And one sure way to make sure your feet are moving in the right direction, you have to learn to choose your battles. Just because people don't see your vision or acknowledge the hard work you've been putting in doesn't mean you have to exhaust yourself by beating a dead horse. According to Don Miguel Ruiz in his book, The 4 Agreements, he says not taking anything personally gives you immunity in the interaction that you have with other people. In other words, when you let the lack of support, criticism from outsiders, and other forms of dream killing roll off like water on a duck's back, you are remaining focused on your goals. If you chase every rabbit, that's less time that you have focusing on what's really important, and that's the process. And step number 2, you got to set boundaries for yourself. You got to know what's distracting you. You got to know not to chase that rabbit. Again, because if you don't set boundaries for yourself and you chasing every rabbit, you're trying to fight every battle, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to use the energy that you could be using towards chasing your dreams, and you're going to be spending it doing something else. So set boundaries for yourself. Make sure you lock in on your mission. Make sure every move that you make is with intention, is with purpose. We're going to get into that a little bit later in the season as well. Step number 3 is don't let your faith waver. Times are going to get hard. Seasons are going to come and go and cause you to second guess yourself and second guess your process. Do not allow these storms to cause your faith to waver. To believe in your dreams calls for dedication and determination. Pursuing your goals takes resilience and persistence. As we'll talk about in coming episodes, consistency is key. Thoughts come and go. But when we can think and not attach feelings to thought, we will understand that they are what they are, just thoughts. And thoughts manifest through action. So do not play victim to the voice in your head. We've done that long enough, and now it's time to lock in. Step number 4, productivity kills procrastination. Action is the difference between the person you say you want to be and the person you are. If you have an idea, write it down immediately. I'm bad at this because I be having ideas and I forget to write them down, and then I never get the idea again. But like I say, productivity kills procrastination. If you have an idea, write it down immediately. If you don't, you risk A, like I said, forgetting the idea altogether, or B, miss an opportunity to capitalize on that idea. Whenever you feel the urge, to distract yourself, remember that you could be using that time more wisely, especially when it comes to chasing your goals and growing into the person that you want to be. And lastly, step number 5, choose you. At the end of the day, we came in this world alone, and when we die, we're going to get buried alone. Choosing yourself is a sure way to make sure you get to where you want to be. Surrounding yourself with people that aren't going where you're going will implant ideas that originally weren't assigned to you. Instead of hanging around dream killers, hang around people that want to see you succeed. Even if it means hanging with yourself because you're the only person that wants to see you win, spend time alone and utilize your time wisely. We will get into all of these points in upcoming episodes, but if you start with these 5 steps, you will begin to see an instant shift in your energy. With that being said, that includes episode 1 of season 5. I hope I said something to spark a fire inside of you, to put down the opinions of others and focus on the voice that really matters, yours. Be sure to follow the campaign via social media at The Roll Up Podcast. Make sure you check out thesaucebradyexperience.com. Make sure you check out The Sauce Factory. Use code TRUPOD, that's TRUPOD, for 30% off on your order. And, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. I'm really excited to watch this campaign take off, and I'm equally excited to see you accomplish your goals as well. If nobody has told you today, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you, of all that you've accomplished, and I'm excited to share your moments of victory with you. Life's been hard on you, and I pray that this year takes you farther than you could have ever imagined. So if you like this episode, drop a comment below and tell me, what steps are you taking to make it personal in 2024? With that being said, you already know it's your boy SB. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. I'ma holler at you.